Hello, Scorpio, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Jen with Bohemian Path Tarot, and we're doing July readings today. As always, these are general readings for a general, wow, for a general Scorpio audience. So please take what resonates and leave the rest for a I'm sorry, I'm super distracted here. Please take what resonates for you and leave the rest for another Scorpio or another day. I invite you to check out the videos for your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign for the most resonant picture. Sometimes one or the other is, more reverberant with you. But you're welcome to check out anything you're drawn to. Today I'm using the Unfolding Path Tarot, and I'm going to do a one card pull from the Sweet Blossom Lenormand as a sort of oracle framing card. But holy wow, you just got 5 major arcana cards. That is a record. So I guess some big stuff is happening aside from Uranus and Gemini and all the planets moving. Mercury going retrograde, Saturn going retrograde. Okay, let's focus. Okay. Lily. Well, yes. Okay. So Lily is about your life path, and the lily comes up when there's a change in the life path, when we're moving direction, when sometimes it's a change of job, sometimes it's a need to change a job, so or some other, when there's a health shift, sometimes, and I'm not a medical intuitive. If you're having any health stuff, please see a medical doctor. But sometimes Lily comes up when there's some health stuff going on, when you're involved in or seeing a doctor. So if you have any ailments, please get them checked out by a professional, which is not me. So, but Lily is a change or a need for a change, or either conscious or usually it's, it's a good conscious, I am making a change, I am taking care of myself, I am moving forward. Sometimes this can indicate something like the menopause comes on. This can indicate an older person in your life or dealing with an older person in your life. And here we have the cover card is the High Priestess, which can sometimes indicate the crone times, the crone wisdom, the menopause. But also, just generally speaking, this can speak to women's intuition or intuition in general. You don't have to be a woman or even female presenting to have intuition, right? To have a strong intuition. This also comes up for me when there's an educational component coming into my life, sometimes a need for education or a need to share wisdom, or when I've seen this come up when I've had friends or clients that are putting together a school or putting together not like a traditional necessarily school, but a school of wisdom, or teaching an online class in their area of expertise, or putting together a school in their area of expertise. So this could be you putting together a proposal or building your online school or a book or something along those lines. This is paired with the 7 of Wands, which for me is often a sort of an audition or interview card. So you could be sharing your wisdom in like an interview scenario, or it could be something like defending your thesis. But again, it does kind of go along with that idea of presenting your wisdom to a greater audience, right? Like a YouTube, a TikTok channel, a book, and building an online course, or maybe a community school course, or even a traditional, it could be absolutely could be a traditional school of some kind. But in some way, this high priestess showing up is indicating you have some sort of wisdom that is likely to need an audience, or find an audience, or there is some sort of audience for your knowledge, your wisdom, your intuition. Now, in this next column here, it's so interesting because I had, first of all, you're about the sixth reading I've done so far, and the fourth reading that where the Emperor has shown up. And for most of the other readings, I have compared and contrasted the Emperor with the Magician, because they can be similar, right? They're both about bringing a vision forward into the world, but they got these are different, modes, right? The Emperor is, kind of like, this guy is traditional yang energy, traditional sort of masculine whatever, and the Magician is smoke and mirrors and maybe vision boarding, or razzle dazzle to the audience, while working behind the scenes with sort of tricks and hijinks. And we know that the Magician works really hard and does as much visualization as they do actually legwork in real life. And the Emperor is really about having the vision and the plan, and getting other people involved in producing their vision. So these, the way these humans, or archetypes, I should say, go about manifesting their visions is different. But look they're both showing up for you. So whatever it takes, Scorpio, you're making, whatever your school or your wisdom, you're going both ways. You're doing it hardcore, you're doing it with magic, you're doing it with smoke and mirrors and razzle dazzle, and you're getting other people, and there's no punches being pulled here with making this stuff happen. And, the fact that all of these very direct, there's the very direct in your face method, and the sort of indirect behind the scenes way, hitting all the marks, coming in all the doors and windows and chimneys, and through the cracks in the mortar, coming in every which way, ensures that this dream, this vision, this school, this whatever this is going to be manifest. And here we have it. We have the victory card in the sun. And another sort of victory card, honestly, in the Hierophant. This is the school. The Hierophant indicates the community. This is the victory card. This is the celebration. This is the school. This is the community. The Hierophant is the character that is in front of the audience, that has the acolytes, that has the following, that is sharing and transmitting the wisdom. This is just such a clear reading, Scorpio. I almost hate that it's so short, but it is so clear and direct that there's this school. And is it weird that it might even be about defense or protection or defending yourself? There could be a legal aspect, but it could also be about protection. It could be about women protecting themselves. Womanly arts, stage combat. Is that very specific? It could be about magic. But let's just reiterate the victory in the Sun card. Let's just look at how sometimes, when I do a reading, there's a kind of a general sense that something is going to happen at some point if you put work into it. But like, this is the Summer card. This is happening. This is happening this summer. So these changes that you're working on, if you do the magic and the, the no punches pulled effort. If you show up, and ask for the help or do the thing that you need to do, this happens this summer. This gets built. This school, or this kind of like a church school, gets built this summer. That seems very specific. So take it as it resonates for you. But it seems like whatever this lesson plan is, or whatever this school is, it's very needed right now in these times. And as long as you follow your motivation and just do not leave any stone unturned with the building of this, you can't fail. It's just this motivation piece. This is the central piece, right? As I told some other signs, the Emperor can't not see his vision happening. And I'm just using male pronouns because, that's the yang of this character, even though this seems like very much about feminine sort of intuition and feminine empowerment, right? But the yang of this need to build is kind of the central foundation. Like, this doesn't happen without this ruthless builder, if that makes sense. So, with all of that said, it seems to me that the Lily card is about health. It's about promoting mental, emotional, spiritual health through your knowledge, presenting what you know, defending what you know, sharing what you know through some sort of like a school or publication or something along those lines. And just don't leave any stone unturned. Just do what you have to do in order to build, share, present, because it can you can have an audience as soon as this summer. Yeah, it's just that simple. So I'm going to leave it there, Scorpio. I hope this was helpful. If you have like a website or social media to share, please feel free to drop it in the comments, or let me know the trajectory you're on with this with this school or publication or whatever your knowledge is. I'd love to hear about it. In any case, thank you so much for dropping by. Can we get that more in focus? I just love this card. I'm trying to get her in focus. Okay. In any case, thank you so much for dropping by. If this was helpful, please feel free to like, share, subscribe. Take good care. Until next time, bye for now.